up, y'all? Good Monday. Good to see y'all. Listen, y'all. If y'all don't know, this is TFG Tonight, and I'm your host, Mr. Haynes. And this is the best morning show that you can watch at night. Y'all listen, that's Devin, that's Lee, and that's Kenny.
I'm trying to be nice.
Black said we got two Americans.
Say to my brother Black, man, I think you could be a preacher. I ain't never heard somebody that use a first word and then read a scripture right after.
So let me state for the record, I am a misogynist. You know,
yeah.
Pull out your card, Doc. He's
and I'm a chauvinist as well. Anybody who knows me knows that.
That's right. That is
Now I can go back to minding my own business.
true.
Either that boy is Benjamin Button or somebody lying.
And listen, and that boy may be mentally 12, but he's 34.
But you bad boy, you don't do it again.
I'll let Black articulate a little bit better than that.
Nope.
Okay.
Never mind.
It's good for the soul. It's like medicine, right?
Yeah, for real.
That's all I gotta say. I wish I had one of them applause buttons too, like that.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday.
Oh, and what a happy Monday it is, ladies and gentlemen. It has been 7 days since we've seen you, and welcome to TFG Tonight with Mr. Haynes and family. And all the family are here, so let me bring them on. Gentlemen, madam, what up?
What up?
Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Y'all all right down there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, listen, just want to check in real quick, sister. How them gas prices doing?
I wouldn't know. I haven't driven a gas vehicle in over a year, and so
Okay, I see. You know, ain't nobody asking for the bougie. I'm asking for the messy. Is the gas prices up? You know what I'm
I went to
saying?
the gas station the other day though because I had to throw some stuff away in my car.
So you telling me you drive one of them Elon Musketeers?
When I bought it, he was a Democrat. That's all I gotta say.
well,
Never.
that Negro ain't no Democrat no more. That's
wow.
That's
Interesting.
True.
Okay, well, listen, it is what it is, but we're gonna get started because we got plenty to talk about. It's Talk Point Tip Jar. If you say something you like, please by all means share something with the Cash App down there. But I got stuff to do. Let me do what up, bro? Man,
What up, Brad?
Early. He down there in Chicago. Yeah, good to see you, man. How the weather down there? Because it's been pretty windy here in Texas. So I thought Chicago was the windy city. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the windy city.
Yeah, it's been towed up down here. All right, well, listen, y'all. I got to keep up with a little bit right now. I can't talk about everything. I'll just say one thing. Jackie Robinson was gone for about 10 minutes. Now he's back. Trump now has signed over segregation laws, which you don't know. We don't care. We prefer that anyway. And thirdly, them boys in the military gonna get somebody killed. They sitting up here talking through text threads and cutting up, and y'all, that's what it is. Hey, look at that. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Demi J? How you doing?
I almost think I need to say Happy New Year to you. I ain't seen you, but all right, good to
No,
see you.
I hope all is well.
For sure. Well, okay, and thirdly, Donald Trump don't like it when people paint his picture. Did y'all see that picture? Apparently, this woman painted a picture. She's been painting all the president's pictures for whatever state she's painting it in, and apparently he got upset because he didn't like the way she portrayed him, and he think that he did Obama better than her. Oh yeah, that's some good weather right there, Doc.
That's freezing.
Dang, 25. Oh man.
No, that ain't no good weather.
I saw 70, but then it went. That's 40 degrees almost. So I don't know. And I miss anything, Sister Black, Kenny, y'all? Anything?
Did the picture look like this?
I've never seen a photo that don't look like a caricature, and I'm not even being funny. I've never seen a nice painting of him.
If it looked like this, she was accurate.
Oh my God,
that's all I got to say.
It wasn't bad.
I'm sorry. That was a cute picture, Ken. That don't count.
Y'all crazy. Well, yes, ma'am. We've missed you too. So thank you for joining us. We got a lot to talk about. Did Black Guy miss anything politically?
You forgot the big one. He dismantled the Department of Education.
Yeah,
he did. And
he signed the executive order. I mean, there's certain parts he can't because it's a federal agency.
It takes the act of Congress.
But it takes the act of Congress. But he signed that executive order to dismantle it, though.
Yeah. So, and he put, the WWE co-owner in charge. So, again, like I told y'all before, when I found out that wrestling was fake, I didn't care for it anymore. And so what better person to have in the government but somebody who has oversaw fake entertainment. Okay. Again, y'all asked for this. It's what y'all want. Y'all can have it. So there we have it. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. All right, ladies and gentlemen, quickly, I don't have much to say about this, and I'm gonna say it. I'll move on unless y'all got something else to add to it. Megan Good got married again to Majors.
Oh, they got married?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I missed that.
Jonathan Majors. And that's the point. Nobody cares. But I
don't know if I believe it.
What? You don't think they did?
Didn't her ex, isn't he engaged? Isn't Devon Franklin engaged?
I feel like ever since he been in the scandal, it's been her job and whoever else's job to fix his image and make him look a certain way.
Wow.
Okay. It's just something about them that don't look right to me. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well,
I think some of it is media for sure. I agree with that, sis. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm happy for it. That minister guy, he wasn't terrorizing that snatch like she wanted.
But
this is a test.
Here we go.
We ain't even been here 10 minutes.
I know.
Right?
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, listen, she did it and she did it twice. I hope this is the love of her life. Okay. All right, sister. So we'll let her make it. Hey, what up now? She playing to who though?
Playing Get Back, huh? I guess to her ex, because I thought he was engaged.
It's fixing his image. It ain't doing nothing for her.
Well, all that again. I don't. Okay, it is what it is. I'm just saying we're gonna call it like we see it, and we'll just make it be what it do. So, all right, that's all I got to say about all that because I don't really care. But we've been talking about it. So, what you say, Demi? Yep, that orange apart. What?
Apparition.
Thank you. Apparition. All right, up there making all kinds of rules without the. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
So that is. You agree with Devin, huh? Okay. Like Michael B. Jordan. Oh, I don't think they married though. But I don't.
No. What you talking about when they dated?
They had to make it seem like
he was sincere. She was
right.
Not real, but he was sincere.
I think he was too.
I heard she was trying to be like the Kim. Okay, anyway, we finna go a whole nother route, and I'm trying to get somewhere before I get out of here. Okay, y'all. Well, listen, I would have made this politics, but this fool said something that y'all really have to pay attention to. Howard Lutnick is one of Trump's cabinet secretaries, and he's in the commerce section, I believe. But this joker, man, he said something, y'all, and again, they're not hiding their hand. And we told y'all they're not hiding their hand. And again, I've been talking to Trump supporters, and y'all, when I tell them, it's no need to argue with them, because the moment you start talking to them about what's going on, they always want to bring up Hillary Clinton. And I just don't understand. So at this point, I'm just gonna show y'all what they're saying. Y'all take it for what y'all want to see it for, and just understand. We told y'all. This dude went on a podcast, y'all. And again, I don't want to say it. I want y'all to hear it come out of this man. Now, this is not AI generated. This is an actual podcast, and I want y'all to see what this man say. So y'all take this right here, and let's put it in the bank. Watch it.
Is that what that is? The burning of the dealerships.
I describe it to people this way. Let's say Social Security didn't send out their checks this month. My mother-in-law, who's 94, she wouldn't call and complain. She just wouldn't. She'd think something got messed up, and she'll get it next month.
Yeah.
A fraudster always makes the loudest noise, screaming, yelling, and complaining. And if all the guys who did PayPal, Like Elon knows this by heart, right? Anybody who's been in the payment system and the process system knows the easiest way to find the fraudster is to stop payments and listen.
Yeah.
Because whoever screams is the one stealing.
Yeah.
Because my mother-in-law's not calling. I mean, come on, your mother, 80-year-olds, 90-year-olds, they trust the government. They trust, okay, maybe I got screwed up. Big deal. They're not going to call and scream at someone. But someone who's stealing always does. So what happens is we need to get to, so the people who are getting that free money, stealing the money, inappropriately getting the money, have an inside person who's routing the money, they are going to yell and scream. But real America is going to be rewarded, because here's the key.
Benefit of the doubt.
Not one penny.
Black, he said when they stop your Social Security check.
You know what's so sad about that on a couple of levels? It's spoken truly from someone who's never done a real honest day's work in his life, from a position of privilege. So he wouldn't have a clue. So to speak of his grandmother, who's you've been rich, and so of course, she's a person of privilege, and it smacks of elitism. And it reminds me of a scene in the best drama series ever created called The Wire, when the drug dealers was out there and he told one of the capos, withhold their pay. He said, whoever's still eating, that's who you know who's still. So spoken like from the mind of a criminal, from a crook. Wow. To have that mentality that people who are, and then he used the example of an elderly person, people who are dependent upon that monthly income, who spent their entire lives and their earnings have poured into a system that's, when they poured into it, when they took a quarter from them, $1 from them was worth $1. Now that you're giving it back to them, it's worth a quarter. But for you to sit there, the guile, the unmitigated gall, for you to say that, this is why I can say that clearly in the face of this camera, I despise them, and I wish death, a painful death, on some of these white privileged sons of bitches.
Sister, we warned them. Yeah, he ain't never met one, Craig. We warned them. Don't ask us for no money when they cut this stuff off. I mean, you heard the man's words. This ain't fake. He said it.
Wow. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Like, that is truly someone who's completely out of touch with reality and who has never lived check to check in their life. If his 94-year-old, wrinkled ass, old ass, probably 294 looking old mama don't know that she didn't get her Social Security check, it's because she got $900,000 in the bank and she don't even look forward to it because she don't need it. But somebody who has worked their entire life for probably a minimal amount of Social Security, that, by the way, thinking about my own mom, won't even cover the bills. Right. And been working since she was 15 years old, by the way. And she's 70 or whatever. But anyway, go without one check, could lose everything. I mean, me and my sister still having to feed her and pay for medications and all that, and she's been working her whole life. I think that is insulting. And here's the reason why I say I don't think I could ever be a Republican. I don't care what black Republican that will ever get elected. Right. It's because I just feel like sometimes they lose touch with reality and they don't understand what real people are.
Kenny, what you think about old Howard Lutnick?
First of all, how can you steal something that's yours?
Right.
If you've worked all your life. That is your money. The government has been stealing our money because that little SS gets taken out our check every time. So first of all, you're not stealing money that's yours. So I definitely disagree with calling them thieves. But I think there was one thing that I found profound that he said, and he said a fraudster is the one that makes the loudest noise. Crazy. And all the thieves. And basically he just described the convicted felon that's sitting in the White House. If he's not the biggest fraudster that makes the loudest noise and has stolen, I don't know what one is. That's what I think about it.
All I'm telling y'all is, listen, the news is not reporting this. I seen it one time. They're not talking about what that man said, but he said it. And I don't understand why the uproar is not happening. Because again, here we are. Y'all keep playing. Okay, anyway, I'm not gonna. I got too much to talk about.
So I'm sorry. So I gotta just close it. You say Republican. I despise them all because of what you said, Brenton. You know, because John F. Kennedy said to do nothing is you're just as guilty.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, y'all, I all I'm saying is that both sides lie. But what you just heard this man say is he's setting y'all up for the okie doke. Again,
it's just sad. It makes me truly, truly sad because I think about all the people that I know of who get Social Security and who literally could not go without one check. And it's my check. Social Security is supposed to be like a bank account where when you need it, you're supposed to get it all back. Right. And to say that if I didn't get it, then where'd it go? Where's the money that you owe me? That means you stole from me. You steal from the right person, bad stuff gonna happen.
That's why I used the Sanford and Son reference. There was an episode where Grady got 3 Social Security checks, and his line was so profound. Mind you, this episode was filmed back in the 60s.
Right.
He said, when the government took $1 from me, it was worth $1. He said, now that you're giving it back to me, it's worth $0.25. If that ain't the damn truth, in our lifetime, look at what eggs cost just 6 months ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my mother's 89. So when you're giving this money back to her that she been worked for her whole life, she's not even able to buy a sixth of what it would have bought not a year ago.
Yep.
So I'll say this because I was gonna go somewhere. I ain't gonna go there because I get mad. Social Security is one of the greatest government hustles of all time because they still taking that out of our checks.
Correct.
Okay. So I just want y'all to understand that. And now they won't even give it to the folks they've been paying for it. So again, I'm just telling y'all that was the start of classism. They take your money, go make their money, and they tell you now you can't have your money. I'll move on. I'm just telling y'all, it ain't Howard Lucknick, but I'll let Lee clarify who that is anyway. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I just want y'all to be careful because again, I'm not going to be found guilty of not telling y'all what's up because we got to know what's up. And because when it happens, just know this wasn't some accident.
Yeah.
This wasn't some accident. So, all right, y'all listen, we're going to go and get my boy in because we got so much more to talk about. But my brother, Kenny, did you do a bracket this year?
Yeah, I mean, I did it on ESPN just to be doing it. Obviously, it's broke.
They said 24 million. All of them gone.
It's broke. I did like 10 or 11 of them, and all of them broke.
That joker said 10 or 11.
Yeah, they were free. Hey, if it's free, hey, I might as well do it. It's free.
That's it. Yes, sir, for sure.
So it's broke. So there you have that. But we're gonna stay in basketball since we went there and we talking about high school basketball. A team up in upstate New York was playing in a state championship game, and there was some controversy at the end. Coach Jim Suzulo of Northville High School had an issue with one of his players during the end. They were about to do, I guess, the congratulatory, shake hands, and I don't know what happened, but there's some video that we got, and I just want the family to check it out, and then let's talk about it. Brother Brent, you can roll that video, and you guys just take a look at it.
I'm telling you, white privilege at its finest, honey. Here it is.
Seniors for an outstanding career. Congratulations as well to Coach Zulo. Came out of retirement to coach this Falcons team. 2 state championship appearances in 2 seasons. I think that's pretty good, Tim.
The big question.
Now, again, this was the aftermath of a state championship game. By the way, Northville did lose, and the young lady here that he yanked by the name of her name is Haley Monroe. She was the star player of the team. She actually scored 12. Yeah, she actually scored 12 points In the loss to the other high school, they lost 43-37. So I just want to get you guys' thoughts on this. I have one that I don't think nobody has really talked about when I was reading different media sites. I want to get your thoughts on this first, Bryn, because I know you have a daughter that's going to college on a volleyball scholarship. So you can definitely relate to this. I'd like to know your thoughts on this first. What would you do, my good brother? What's your thoughts on that video?
Let's see. Okay.
I already know. But go ahead.
Listen, I'll just be honest with you. I'd have to think about that. And I'm not, when I say I have to think about it, I would have to think what I would want to do. Like you asked me earlier, you would say, well, it depends on what she said. No, there is nothing that my daughter could have said to him ever. I never. You can make her run, up, downs, and with all that, take it. Right. But when I saw that, I listen, I know who I am. So I would go have a conversation with this man privately. My daughter don't need to see this. Mm-hmm. My daughter don't need to see this. But I will tell you, if I don't like the information I'm giving, and I mean, I don't like it, not even, listen, don't you hand me not now excuse. Mm-hmm. And if I don't even like the apology, I'm going to just tell you, I know nefarious people. And I'll just be honest with you. I'll have, anyway.
What did Craig say? Put Craig's comment back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Craig says Coach thought he was back in 1960 where they could get away with that. He can get beat up doing that today. And that's my question I'm going to give to Brother Black, because I know Brother Black, he a little bit more old school when it comes to certain things. So what is your...
I laughed.
Okay, go ahead. You just
I laughed initially, not that it was funny. I laughed because of where we are as a society.
Yeah.
And although I didn't see the video, Reggie Miller threatened to do this guy bodily harm. And so Reggie Miller spoke out on this. And so I thought to myself, you know what? This is old men. And I'm glad, Craig, your comment is absolutely correct. When you get to be of a certain age, there is a passage of right that I can say and do whatever I want to. That is exponentially, the case when you're a white old man, where you can remember the good old easy days where you can talk to somebody any old kind of way. There is no doubt in my mind I would have whooped his ass on live TV in front of everybody. And my child would have just had to see the ugliness in me, because I'm with you, Brenton. You can't pull her hair. You can't touch her. And if this was a white girl's team, that spoke volumes. But we live in a feel-good society now where we whip out the cameras and we record it so that, oh my God, fuck them cameras. I would have whooped his ass on live TV.
And see, that's the thing, Black. And can we just dialogue for just a second? Because you're telling the truth. And that's the thing. I just have to think about her. You know what I'm saying? Because again, when it's over with, she may that's the only, because I'm thinking about my child, right? And I'm thinking about, because again, like last year they won a championship. So they pretty sure they're going to win one this year. And again, listen, that's not going to be the first time she's going to have to deal with something and listen, Lord have mercy. Just for the record, y'all, I did not make it through the cracks. Something's wrong with me. So just don't play with my kids. Just don't play with my kids. Something wrong with me. But I'm just saying, I just have to think about her. You know what I'm saying? And so, man, that would be a conversation. That man would probably see me 3 times a week for the rest of my daughter's time there, because I just want you to understand. I'll be sitting at your lunch table. I'll be in your class. You would just see me at random places. Matter of fact, I'll probably be at your wife's beauty salon. Just so you can understand. Don't you ever.
I want to hear Lady D answer Craig's second question.
Where she was, he was fired, by the way. The 81 coach was fired, and he's been cited for harassment. Craig says, put the question back up.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Would it be different? That was my question I was going to give to Lady D, because I wanted to know. I believe you have a daughter too, right, Lady
I
D?
do.
That I don't know if she plays sports, but would you look at this different if that coach was a woman doing that?
Honestly, And for some reason, when I saw that, I saw my black daughter. I ain't gonna lie to you, I did, and I saw a white man snatch her by her ponytail because he was pissed off at her. If it was a white woman, and I put this on
a woman in general,
if
this was a woman,
man, I put it on everything I love. If that was my child, everybody in that arena would have known it. Everybody would have known it. And the fact that it's a middle-aged white man, I know I can't whoop his ass. And I probably wouldn't have got to him because somebody would have snatched my little ass up and carried me off. I would have gone viral on TikTok, and they would have been like, look at this fool trying to whoop this man. I swear to God, on everything, I would have tried to fight that man. I would have fought tooth and nail to get down those bleachers. I would have told my daughter, why didn't you punch that motherfucker in his face? I would have cussed her out after I cussed him out and beat his ass. They would have kicked me out that arena. I'm telling you, I would have gone viral. Nothing else would have happened that night.
Yeah,
and I'm not even joking. It made me mad because I saw my kid. If I knew where he was, I would have went to where he was. Because I just feel like some people ain't never had their ass whooped before, right? And you can tell it.
Yes.
There's some people in the world that have never had their ass beaten. They need it.
And you're right. And I've said this 1,000 times, man. You cannot coach. You can't, if you're in that profession coaching kids, you can't coach like you used to coach back in the 70s and 60s, 70s, and 80s. You can't do that because you're going to catch a case. You can't even parent like you used to parent in the 50s, 60s, 70s because you're going to have them people in your life. So, again, you know, the old dude, he just got caught up. And you know what's funny? The other little part of that, I don't know if you saw, one of the other players was kind of chastising the coach.
That was a black girl.
No, it was a white girl.
No, the white girl. Yeah, she was telling
she was telling the coach. That's the coach's great niece. By the way.
Oh, really?
Oh,
so
wow.
that's gonna make for an interesting holiday. When they come to the, you know, when they get together.
But I respect that.
But we don't know we couldn't hear audio, obviously. But she was just like, she was.
But I know right now that baby got post-traumatic stress disorder. She gonna have chronic headaches for the rest of her life. She can't even sleep good without getting terrified at night. She ain't gonna be able to hold a job down never in her life. We're gonna have a long talk about getting all they money.
Her name gonna be on the library.
Yeah. So again, you know, it's always something. Boy, be careful, guys. With cameras everywhere. You may run, but you can't hide.
But that's why we got to be.
I would have been on it. I would have been on that camera.
Yeah.
And that's why we got to be present. Because see, my daughter's coaches know their parents.
Right.
Like they know us.
Right.
So again, it's not like you just dealing with somebody who parents live, 2.5 hours away. They're not gonna come. No, my child up the street, and y'all seen my face.
Right.
And you know what? I keep a mug on my face.
That's right.
So again, it stay there. I don't listen. Anyway, I know folks be watching, but I'm just telling y'all.
But believe me, they already know. What are you saying here? They know from in real life.
I know he's full of shit. I know I can say it. He's full of shit, is what he is.
You know what? I'm done with this segment, Britton. Back to you, since you full of you know what.
Listen, I've watched enough drama to know. Listen, you don't put yourself out there, and just understand. You just better hope. You just better hope that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but my daughter's name will be the new cafeteria. Go to so and so Haynes cafeteria because that's where it's gonna be. I'm just telling y'all, that's where it's gonna be. All right, it's that time again, y'all. Last week we did Ask AI about the concerns that women had for men. Now I want to ask, because y'all always feel like we try to take the center stage first. No, we let y'all have it. So now it's really interesting though, because again, I don't know if we're gonna agree with all this, brothers. So again, I asked AI, what were the top 3 concerns that black men had with black women they're in relationship with? Okay. And here's what the thing says. Concerns in relationships can vary widely based on individual experiences. But here are the 3 common concerns black men may express regarding their relationships with black women. It says, number 1, communication and understanding. It says many black men may feel that there are differences in communication styles or emotional expressions that can lead to misunderstandings. They might be concerned that their partners do not fully understand their experiences or the societal pressures they face as Black men, leading to feelings of isolation or frustration. This concern can be compounded by the stressors of racism, societal expectations, highlighting the need for open and empathetic dialogue. Now, Kenny, I kind of heard you in that one.
Oh, yes, I was on point with that.
Okay, yeah. So I kind of feel like that was going to be for you. But Black, what you think about that?
I agree 1,000%.
Okay. I don't know yet. I'm gonna wait for this next one because it kind of.
Before you move on,
yeah.
I want to say I didn't know how quick you was on.
Yeah,
we just had a dialogue on Saturday's show where, in a moment's notice, we were enjoying 70s music, and I played a simple song by Isaac Hayes called "I Stand Accused." It was we was about to end the show. We had a 45-minute conversation, and it typified this very point. We just don't see things the same way. Look, and to that point, AI, we're never going to win that argument. And women have a valid point. I get it. But to walk in our shoes and the communication part of it, that conversation about a song highlighted that no matter how Kenny, am I lying?
No, you're not. It was like an hour conversation off of that one song.
Like it got heated?
No, it didn't get heated.
It didn't get heated, but
it was
a little tension.
Lady D, have you ever heard the song "I Stand Accused" by Isaac Hayes?
I don't think so.
Me neither.
I challenge every woman, and I told my sister afterwards, because the only thing was missing was the younger generation, Gen X. I challenge women, Brother Brenton, when you leave some point this week, play the song "I Stand Accused" by Isaac Hayes, and don't say nothing. Just ask your wife, what is her view of that song? He doesn't start singing until 4 minutes and 54 seconds in the song. Right. I love your expression because men and women are going to see it completely different. Lady D, I would love to hear your take on that song.
Okay, we'll follow up whenever quiet as it's kept, we won't be back for a couple weeks, but yeah, or maybe we'll let y'all know. Maybe a week. So we'll follow up with that.
It's number one.
Yeah,
I agree. I actually agree with that.
Do you? Okay, I was going to ask you. Because here's the thing for me: when we talk about communication, I in my opinion, because I don't really see it like that. So my question is: are they trying to invalidate what we're saying, or what?
No, I think it's real. I just feel like women feel like, yeah, I get what you've been through, but I just want the same consent because we know it. We know what you've been through and how you feel and understand every single thing that AI said. I completely agree with it if a woman's being honest. But I think the problem is we can't just let you sit in it and have a moment. I know you feel this way, but what about what I've been through? What about what I suffer from? What about how I feel? And that's the breakdown.
That's valid. And that's why I don't discount their feelings, but you know how I work in a white world, and as much as you want to empathize, you have no real way of knowing what it's like to wake up in this body as a Black man. So even from a Black woman's perspective, I appreciate the empathy, but it's an experience that to live as a Black man and you add that extra layer of racism that we face here, when I walk out that door, you have to live it. But I love what she said. She said, I ain't gonna let you live in it, though.
Okay. Well, then that comes to number two. It's kind of like a situation. So they said number two is support and partnership. It says some Black men may worry about whether they are receiving the emotional support they need from their partners. I guess that's where this comes from, especially in the face of external challenges related to race and identity. Black didn't read this. I'm just telling y'all it's just crazy. They might seek a sense of partnership. Did I say that right? They might seek a sense of partnership where both individuals feel validated and uplifted. Concerns can arise if they perceive their partner as not being fully engaged in addressing these issues together, or if they feel judged for their struggles. That is literally what you just said. That's crazy. Yeah, DJ. I'd have to do a whole show if I did 5 because
I gotta add this though. I gotta add this because the Lady D was being completely honest about her take. Where the disconnect comes from, we're 50% responsible for that disconnect as black men, in my opinion.
Yeah, no doubt. And this is the thing I want to say, because for me, and I guess when I'm reading this as a man that's been with the same woman for 20 years.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's why it's hard for me to connect, right? Because then to Devin's point, when she said, like, if you treat me a certain type of way, you acting like you don't love me. And and maybe that's what's up, man. Y'all are having conversations with people that may not love you.
It's true. Everything you're saying is true.
I agree with you.
I can't front on that.
Yeah, and I believe that at that point, like, why would we cast our pearls among swine?
That's right. But I can't be sitting back. Yeah, I was going to say, because at the same time, I can't be sitting back holding on to this pearl while it's getting old.
Oh my God! Let me get to one segment. Let's get to one segment, please. I mean, listen, it's always on his mind. It's always on his mind. So wait, again, this is us having the conversation about this, right? That's what I'm like. Literally, it's about giving somebody access to something that they haven't earned, in my opinion, because I wouldn't even talk to somebody like that about stuff like that if I didn't think you cared. DJ guy, what's up, baby? He says, man, don't start that stuff, y'all. Answer the question. Let's not take this blame this time.
Accountability.
Okay, so what you saying?
DJ.
Yeah, help me understand who's more accountable. I said
he's talking about women probably taking more
right. That's how I'm taking it.
Okay.
Well, I'm honest to a fault. I'm always gonna tell you the truth. You just may not like it.
Run it. What you got? You think
I actually agree with everything. The last 2 things that you said, I agree with it. I just feel like okay, and
right.
Yes, that's the problem.
I can honestly say
most women feel like that. They're just not going to say it.
But
it's like I give you a 20-second hug and we got shit to do.
And get over it. Get over it.
I love it.
Don't be crying. I don't need to hear you whining. That's what I hear. You can't be whining.
I'm hustling. I'm on a mission.
Wow.
Wow.
That's it. Again, that's what I would say, man. Like, in my opinion, how do we resolve that issue? Like, if they ain't earned that information, don't give it to them. If they have,
you need to give that information. If you sat here and you told me this is how you felt, I'm going to empathize with you. But I'm gonna need a follow-up from you. Like, these are all the hardships that you feel. This is what you're going through. This is how it is day to day. And then I'm gonna be quiet for about 30 seconds because I'm like, okay, and now I'm gonna overcome this by this. Maybe I need to go to counseling. Maybe you can help me figure out how I can get past this so I don't dwell on it and stress on it. It's not even men. I have a problem with anyone, and I've had this. Me and my daughter were disconnected for about a year. I have a problem with anybody just sitting and sulking and shit. That's just not who I am as a person. Like, she had a breakup, and I was like, "You got 72 hours to stop crying, or I don't want to talk about this shit no more." You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just who I am. Yeah. So I get your plight. And I feel like Black women, we're resilient anyway. Like, we have this plight, and I think because of the way we are, people think that we're strong and we don't go through shit and we don't have all of some similar feelings, because we just get over it and we move on, because we've always, all of our lives, had all these responsibilities and everything was leaning on us. So I think that sometimes the attitude we develop and what we've done is push you away, because we come across like we're cold and we don't give a damn.
Right.
And we make you feel like you can't be emotional and vulnerable, and you can. But I'm just sitting and waiting you to say, Yeah, that's how I feel, man. You don't know how I feel to wake up and feel this
Go
way.
ahead, Kitty.
And then I need you to say, and this what I'm gonna do, so I don't have to keep feeling this way.
Okay, you got a lot of comeback coming to you. So hold on.
Yeah, sister. But no, y'all dismissive. No, y'all dismissive. Real talk. And I say this: Black men don't feel like we got a safe space because of we feel you dismiss what we're saying. We're not asking you to baby us. We're just asking you to act like you really care. And that goes back to what Brenton says, like, you only get that information to somebody that really loves and care for you. But how do you know that?
It takes time.
Okay, so what steps do you take?
Right, okay.
I'm going to ask you, what do you need from me? What do you need from me to help you and to feel like I care for you and I want to go through this with you? That's where I'm coming from. But goddamn. How many years we got to go through this?
But see, Lady D, your butt just canceled out everything you said before.
I need to do better, kid. I'm trying. I'm learning.
Your butt just canceled out everything.
Y'all, you taught me a lot. I hear you and I received that. I agree.
I'm gonna respond to you. Go ahead, Black. You finna say something?
And that attitude produces me.
No.
I ain't got to go no further.
Okay,
I ain't got to go. I don't even have to elaborate, but
you're
that's what has hardened me to be the way I am, because you said don't give your pearls to swine. You know what I'm saying? So again, most of the bitches I deal with, they swine. So what do you do with swine? You put some barbecue sauce on them, you eat them.
I knew he's better.
I agree with DJ. DJ said facts. I think that's how men move. We can't use the words like feel. I need you to be vulnerable with me and trust me with your feelings. You know. Now let me first tell you, I ain't normal. I something wrong with me. I lack empathy and emotion and all that other shit that God was handing out that day. I was absent. Okay. I
agree with her because I'm the same way.
And so, but I want you to tell me how you feel and tell me what you're going through. But you got to know, I'm somebody who had to be strong my whole life from like 3 or 4, as long as I can remember. So I don't have a lot of room.
Yeah.
And Lady D, I'm the male version of you.
Yes, y'all
so I put these bitches out at 3.
Kenny.
Don't come in here with your issues because I don't want to hear it. You need a faggot or a girlfriend for that shit, because don't come in here. When you come in here, I'm the male version of that. I don't want to hear about, oh my God, see what happened to me the other day. Bring your monkey ass in here. Let's eat something, drink something. Let me stuff something in your head and tail. And then you can go tell the friends about that.
I get it. My kids got on to me when my ex-husband came to my house crying. I was like, motherfucker, you've been crying for 3 months. You should be dehydrated by now. What the hell are you crying for? Like, this is ridiculous.
Okay, we're going to come back to the rational side. See, I'll put them over there because they're getting started. I'm going to let y'all sit there. So I'm just going to tell y'all.
You done moved us on the same
side. I did. Get over there and stay for this.
You already know y'all was going to get moved. I don't know why y'all
yes, sir. Because this is what I'm going to say. Devin, I appreciate you saying, yes, talk to us. But here's the thing. And again, we can't reinvent the wheel. The problem is that we've had so many encounters with people who are not empathetic, with people who are the female version of Lee Black. And again, they've done damage to us, right? And so again, that's why I'm saying it's got to take time, and you got to be able to trust these people. Again, they're going to have to put in some investment for me, because I'm not, listen, that right there, him right there, you ain't cracking that shell. You ain't cracking that shell. He's too old and old shell. True. That's what I'm saying. So that's over and done with. When you come over there, you just better bring that $7 and just be okay with it. But I'm telling y'all, for those that y'all have not tarnished that bad, you're gonna have to get off this. You're like, it's so much. But I'm just saying that we're gonna have to, y'all gonna have to respect people who have been. I don't even want to use that word. I'm gonna say trauma, but it's just because I can't think of a better word.
It's trauma.
No.
It's trauma.
It is. But I'm just saying but I just want to be careful about not sensationalizing it, right? Because so I'm just saying, that's why you got to make sure that person care about you. Because here's the thing about what you said, Devin. If you're gonna give me 30 minutes and I need an hour, and you moved on. Wow. Then again, what that tells me is that I'm not gonna do. But then the problem is with that is how I'm going to respond, because y'all remember Love and Basketball? And y'all remember homeboy got mad at her because she didn't do something, and he held that for a long time. Dude, every man understands what he was doing, and she meant no harm by it. But again, that's again, we're not willing to let our feelings go, as DJ said, right? Because we afraid, not so much as some men may be afraid what the woman's going to do, but some men are afraid of what they're going to do and how they're going to respond to you. And again, it may cause us to be in a situation where, like I was saying about that coach, like I got to be careful now as a father, because now I know my actions are going to affect more people. And so when you're dealing with a man and you didn't give me the hour that I needed, because again, for that hour, I want my head on your pillows, right? I want you to see, look at it, and I'm just telling you. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And that's fine. Listen,
but I'm not normal. No, I'm not most women though. Most women don't act like me. I got problems.
You're right.
I do. I know that. I need to be on somebody's couch. But I'm just saying. But most women will allow that. But you just got to be man enough, I'm going to say it, to be vulnerable and say, I know you're going to give me 30, but baby, I really need an hour.
And would you, but the thing is, would you be willing to hear him and give him that hour though?
Me, no, but regular women, yes.
Well, see, at least you honest. I respect you. I love that.
I'm just being honest.
I love it.
All right, let me read these. So DJ said, man, a woman says that to me, I get harder. Pause. Thanks, DJ. It says, I'm not about to be laughed at, and I'm about to be laughed at. So here it is. Craig, we need more than for women to hear us. We need you to listen and understand us.
I love that.
And again, I haven't cried since the doctor removed my
DJ,
tip.
you're a damn fool.
Yeah. And again, and it speaks to the outside part of it, right? Because again, I've told my wife this before. And again, I'm 20 years, so y'all can't break us up. So I'm gonna tell y'all, this is what I told her.
That's beautiful, brother.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, she don't want to go nowhere, and I ain't. So it is. So here it is. What I'm saying to y'all, I've told my wife this before. I said, hey, I can't come home and put up with us getting into it when I got to go out here and put up with getting into it, folks. There's somewhere I got to have somewhere to sit down. And somewhere I got to have somewhere to chill out. And again, I go every single day and put on for my city. I put on to do, I smile. And so again, that's the part that we're talking about. But again, this is all stemming from emotional intelligence. And that's why you have not given a woman the ability to see if she has emotional intelligence, or even, y'all know we love her. She ain't finna give y'all that. You got an hour and not an hour and 10. And the meter's running and it's blinking red because I'm done. Right? That's not for you. If you can't handle that, if you can't handle that, then you can't.
I haven't been in a place in my life to be soft, to feel soft, to be safe soft. That's a lot. I haven't been in a place to feel safe soft in a long time in my life, and I feel like at this point in my life, it just might not be in me, which means I can't have no weak ass dude, or you're not gonna like me.
100%, and that's the reality that we all understand. And at this point, we have to endure these things that we've gone through. All right, let me get to this last one because I think it's really. I know, but it's good. It's good because it's good conversation. It says the third one is trust and loyalty. It's a little shaky because again, you can't ask for what you ain't giving. So hold on. It says issues of trust can sometimes manifest in relationships. Black men may have concerns about loyalty. I'm gonna say something about that in just a second, especially in contexts where they feel vulnerable or insecure. Past experiences, social narratives about relationships, and societal pressures can affect how trust is built and maintained. They may seek assurance that their partner values the relationship and is committed to navigating challenges together, which can be difficult if either party has experienced betrayal or abandonment in the past. Woo, that's a lot, y'all. That's a lot.
Here's where I'm not qualified to fully answer it, but I agree. And you used the word trauma a minute ago. I've been traumatized for over 20 years.
Sure.
When I wanted to be a husband, I felt like when I put all of that energy into trying to be that guy, coming home on time, being good, provided this, that, and the other. I knew couples that they was whooping this chick's ass and they stuck together. My marriage failed. I was angry with God. I didn't understand. And so it's traumatized me ever since. And it birthed this right here. Yeah. And I'm terribly afraid to give that much of myself to somebody else, because when I thought I was doing everything right, I thought my responsibilities as a husband was to work and be a good provider and to be faithful, this, that, and that. When I tried that, it still failed. So my thing is, I'm not giving somebody else that again.
Yeah, yeah. And I will say this again, because they brought up loyalty and trust. And again, we live in this society where everybody cheating, so they say. And again, that's already out the window, because this is talking about people who are being intelligent, being committed, trying. And again, we got so much to work through.
Yep.
Because again, if you still going to the essays and getting the $25 used tire to put on your car, it still got wear and tear on it already. That's the problem. Because it was cheaper, but then you get what you pay for. So again, y'all gonna have to, we're gonna have to like reset and like reteach, because I don't. It's literally
everything you're saying is right. Kenny might be more optimistic than I am in that regard. I'm just not.
Okay. I think I'm a little bit more optimistic. I think it was last week Lady D actually said something that made me feel a little bit more optimistic about where we were when it comes to, the black men and black women relationship. But I will say that about this, the trust and loyalty, I think that's big, and I think that's big for both sexes. But I think for men, I think the thought of our woman, especially if we've given ourselves to them, we've letting her see us naked, not just physically but emotionally. Then and there's some ounce of disloyalty that definitely changes us, and that makes us not trust any woman from after that. And we definitely guard ourselves and really don't believe everything a woman tells us. And it's hard to hit that reset button for a man when he's at that point. So
he preaching there.
We pulled a lot from you, sister. You want to say something else?
No, I just said that's shocking to me, because I think that I talk a lot of shit, but I'm the most loyal, trustworthy person. Ever. I'm
not saying all women.
I may talk a lot of, but that's just something. Now my problem is, once I think that you untrustworthy and unloyal, you get what you get. But as long as we both doing what we're supposed to do, I mean, that's something somebody in my life would never in life have to worry about, me not being loyal or not being trustworthy. I'm just shocked that there's like a lot of women out there that aren't.
Listen, she may not hug on you, but she ain't leaving you, and you better not go nowhere.
Yeah, you can cry to me. You just can't cry on me.
No. Oh God. Get that tissue. Get you some tissue. Get that boy some tissue. Okay, so listen, I'm gonna say this as I close this out. I think it was a great conversation. I think trust is the most underrated characteristic in a relationship. It's the least valued, but it's the most necessary. I'm gonna say that again.
I agree.
It's the least valued, but it's the most necessary. Because again, if you don't have trust, it's the equivalent of having a brand new Mercedes and you can't afford to put no gas in it. What's the point? Because you won't go nowhere in a car that don't have no gas, and you won't go nowhere in a relationship that don't have no trust. And that's straight from the dome right there, y'all. You said
DJ always being petty.
Oh man. All right, so y'all listen, y'all hold on to that trust when you find it in the relationship, maintain it, just hold on to it, because once you get rid of it, y'all, that car ain't moving, ain't going nowhere. All right, y'all, listen, she's in somebody's business, and I know this girl, she got problems too. So anyway.
Yep. While I was minding my business, what came across my screen was, I don't know if y'all are familiar with the issues that are going on right now at the Breakfast Club.
Yes.
Jess Hilarious went out on maternity leave, and then she came back, and her replacement that was just holding it down while on maternity leave didn't leave, and they started making her a part of her segment or whatever. She felt like nobody cared. She did the most, went on live, talked trash about all of them. Came back to work. They talked trash about it during the actual radio show. But this goes back to what we were just talking about. I feel like for a lot of Black women, there's just no loyalty. There's no real consideration about what we're going through and how we are feeling. They almost, to me, made it seem like, what's your problem? This is who you asked to cover you while you were gone. And I almost feel like she was punished for having a baby. I don't know. What y'all think, Ken? Ken, what you think about the story?
You know, I'm glad we're doing this because actually Brother Black posted this when it popped off. And I actually watched that segment and all that. And I thought Brother Black made a comment, and it was concerning you, Lady D. He's like, I think that's why it's probably hard to have two women doing a show or podcast or something together, especially like that, because a lot of times you have people in high positions that pit them against each other. And I think that's what's happened here. And I think it's a damn shame because they both are talented sisters. Both of them do it. Their styles are totally different. Jess Hilarious is more the comedic, give you her comedy take on stuff. Whereas Lauren, the young lady, her background is journalism. She was at TMZ. She does news. So there's room for both of them. But I think I think they set this up. I think they set this up to get clicks. I'll be honest with you. I think this was set up to get clicks because guess what? Now Lauren is going to get her own podcast. That came down today. Starts on the 31st. So you telling me that they didn't set this up?
Those tears are real though, bro.
I don't care. The marketing was genius. I'm just saying. I'm not hating on it, but the marketing was genius. But back to pitting Black women together to go to what Lady D said, I think it's a shame though that we do this to Black women because you only see it with our women. You only see the higher ups like to have our Black women going at each other. So that's my thoughts on it. I really didn't like it, and I like both of them. To be honest with you.
Brenton, do you still think theirs is some unfairness and inconsideration? Because I don't think Charlamagne and Envy worried about one of them going away so that Lauren can have one of their spots since she's so great. Because what does DJ Envy do? He just sit there and eat cupcakes and shit. Like he serves like no purpose. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think it's not like he's some super talent. You know what I'm like? Instead of cutting into Jess's segment, why couldn't they have cut into DJ Envy's segment to allow her to broadcast?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know. Y'all know what DJ talking about? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
DJ Envy.
Yeah.
No,
Corey is just hilarious. Corey is just hilarious.
He hates Jess Hilarious.
He hates that's
really
been going on for 2 or 3 years.
Okay. Craig said, I think Jess' feelings are valid, but the way she dealt with what it was wrong, it should have been handled off. So I'm gonna tell y'all this, and again, this is why I appreciate people in whatever situation we're talking about being in it, because it helps to shape the perspective. We do it. We do a show where we've all come together, and again, we've talked about our chemistry, and it's most important. And it's all important because we care about each other. I don't think they care about each other like that. I think they are just there to do business. And again, y'all, all money ain't good money. And you see what it's doing to people's feelings. So again, I for the dudes, I don't watch the show like that. So when you talk about, I don't know. But apparently they feel safe and she doesn't. And again, we've made a decision, and I'll let y'all behind the scenes. We've tried to put other people on here with us, and we've collectively come to an agreement. That's why if one of us gone, we ain't doing the show, because it's important that we keep the integrity of the show. And so at this point, that's the queen, and ain't no other seats. And that's why we strong enough to do what we do. And that is important. Why? Because we trust that that's what we're going to do. And here it is. As we just said last segment, trust needs validation. And what's the validation here? When she gone, we gone. And what she say? If she could do it, she gonna get on there. And guess what? We believe them. And I just think that's just a whole lot of mess over there. So that's all I'm saying.
And Black, because I know you always keep it real. Did she deserve some sort of reprimand for getting on live and talking trash about her job, opposed to going about it through, I'm gonna say, HR?
My answer to that is no, because that young lady is hurt. And I love what Britton just said. She feels invalidated.
Yeah.
Having giving up so much to take that position to fill in the big shoes of Angela Yee. And so to go away, it's already tough enough to go away, to have a baby, and to come back and not be on solid, to feel like you're not on solid ground. And now to feel that you're being replaced. It's human nature to want to be appreciated. And I posted this on my show, my platform, because I saw so much in this, and Brother Brenton said it for real. And it makes me appreciate this platform even more. And that's because not only does social media become the adversary, I must say what I felt many times on my platform. Women, sometimes you are each other's worst enemy. They make decisions not for us. They don't dress for us, and there's internal conflict when it comes to women. There's a reason why the Supremes broke up, why Destiny's Child is no more, while TL, you see some of the most successful groups, and not that it doesn't happen with men groups, it happen with them too, but to Kenny's point, now the ratings went through the roof, and this young lady is going to get our show, and that's because effery and foolishness is rewarded in this medium. And so that's just a pure fact of it. But you want me to get brutally honest? Even on this show, I'm glad you brought that to the attention, because even being a part of TFG family, there are petty jealousies right amongst us.
not us four. Not us four.
No, he's talking about us four. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Let's keep it funky. And I'm going to say this many times before. TFG Tonight with Brenton Haynes is the baddest fucking show on the whole thing, and it's not promoted properly. Because in my personal opinion, they're petty, whatever you want to call them, behind the scenes, that it doesn't get promoted the right way. And so Brenton has made a conscious decision that we're not going to F up the chemistry, because we have built a bond where we genuinely care about each other enough to say that if this person can't do it, it's not worth doing. Right. And we're no longer going to open the door to outsiders to come in to ruin that chemistry. And I love your point, Brenton, because they're all individually selling their brands.
Right.
And so when you have a platform like that, this woman is genuinely hurt. Now, did she invite some of that? Is there maybe some petty jealousies? Probably. But I'm not mad at her for bringing it to the forefront, because we live in this world where taking it to HR wasn't going to get her full point across. She's hurt. She feels invalidated. But at the same time, she reminds me a lot of Wendy Williams. She's built a platform where she's dished it out. Now that the chickens are coming to roost, she's hurt about it as well. So it's deeper than on its surface, in my opinion. And that makes me appreciate you all the more, Lady D, to be able to show up week after week to deal with these independent personalities, hold your own. But it's not just that you hold your own. You bring a balance to these perspectives that makes it valuable. And I want to add one last point. You asked about DJ Envy's. As a host of my own show, I've been doing this for 5 years, and Brenton hosts this, it's very difficult to creatively come on this platform week after week and keep the atmosphere running. It gets easily discounted that since I'm the asshole and you're the intelligent, but Brenton's role is so vital, because the show TNT with Ernie and Kenny, they don't prosper unless Ernie Johnson is the glue that holds it together.
He's
this man right here has mastered the art of knowing when to bring in you, me, Kenny, in these segments. And I think DJ Envy's part gets overlooked in that regard, you know, because he might not be the talent part, but he balances out the fuckery and foolishness of Charlemagne, the guests, and Jess Solarius. That's my thing.
Yeah. I want to address Craig's comment real quick. It's just
that was good.
I don't think Lauren. I don't think Lauren is better than Jess. I think she's different. And see, that's why I'm talking about how we pit each other against one another. Lauren's her style is different. Right. Jess is a comedian. Lauren is a journalist. So I'm not going to sit here and say Lauren is better. I'm just going to say Lauren is different than what Jess brings. But they both bring something that works. That's my opinion.
Well, I appreciate all the compliments. I seriously do. I do think we have great chemistry, and I think we're always respectful of each other, even though we always, you know, we can have totally different opinions. And that's what I love about it. And Craig, being somebody that's in a leadership role, if I had somebody that was there that was covering somebody on maternity leave, and I felt that person had some talent and was great, I would either tell them, hey, when the next position opens, you'll be the first one that I consider. Or I would create a different role for this individual so that I would never want anybody who works for me to not feel secure and stable working for me, and that I'm gonna be a backstabber, because then your people don't trust you. You start doing this to one, no one's gonna trust you or feel secure, which means they're not gonna work their hardest for you. You tell them when something else comes up, you'll be the first one I consider. Or you tell them, I got something over here that you might be good at. Let me see if I can open up something for you. But I'm not going to affect the person that's in that role, because you don't do that to people who have been loyal to you.
Woo, that's
my business.
Man, we ain't got this deep on your segment in a minute. But that word again is trust. Jess trusted this young lady enough to try to give her an opportunity. And the trust should have been reciprocated, and you step back. Because she's back, and she didn't do that, and that's what I'm saying, man. It is so small, but you got to see that where the distrust fell out, and it hurt that girl, and thus causing her to act out. She responded, and that's what I'm saying, y'all. Y'all don't understand what that does. And that girl said, "Well, I'm trying to get my coins, but to what did it cost you?" You know what I'm saying? Okay, but again, that ain't what we do. But over here, we're going to do it like this, and that's what we're going to keep doing. I'm just glad y'all got good jobs, and Kenny got a sexy voice.
Damn it, and I need to make some money off this voice too, damn it.
I know that's right.
Well, I mean, you can go up there and eat some pork with Lee, maybe.
Hell to the no!
That's right.
You can broadcast on OnlyFans in the G Street. You'll make a lot of money.
Nah, you know what, Lady D? You doing too much. We get it. You doing too much. You take your butt. You get on that plane and get up on that.
See that? That is. We already have a taker. Look at her. All right. Watch it, honey. Watch it, honey. Okay, well, let me quickly get to this so we can. She gonna be gone anyway, so we owe y'all some time. So hold on. Kenny, I ain't in your business. Am you good? Okay.
I'm looking at the clock. We good right now.
Okay, all right. I'm moving. Listen, that's
you can cut my segment if you need to.
Well, no, we ain't cutting your segment.
No, we don't cut. He'll just cut out. But I don't want to cut it. Okay, so listen. We back. God help us all. I have so much to talk about, and because we have so many other segments, I put stuff off. So just know, we may have to do a whole show about God help us all. But just quickly, apparently, this preacher is offering his parishioners an opportunity for $100 to get a plot of land in heaven. And it says the pastor says he spoke with God, and he was granted permission to do this. They have already collected thousands of dollars. I'm telling y'all, I went on that man's show right before 2024 ended, and I told y'all when they cut that money off, that church ain't finna help y'all. And that money y'all giving to that church, y'all not gonna get it back, because whatever land you think he's sending in heaven, he bought some on earth. So I'm just telling y'all better stop playing around. Look at him, fall asleep.
Boy, DJ,
Only
you
DJ.
wild. Yeah.
So again, I'm just saying to y'all, listen, I know, and again, I know how we all stand here before. Black has made it clear, you know, fools make many, you know what I'm saying? And Devin has talked about how stupid people are with their money. But I'm just saying, man, when is enough? Like how, listen, you cannot believe that you can own a deed to some land in heaven. It ain't in the Bible. So I just don't understand. I want y'all to read y'all Bible, please, at least, and stop letting people dupe y'all. This ain't even fine print. It's just regular words in the Bible. So again, y'all been duped in church before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Oh,
But
yeah.
go ahead, Black.
In a sense. But I wanted to add that this is just the beginning. I posted just 3 hours ago. MAGA pastor vows to direct God to be an enemy to your enemies for 1,000.
Yeah.
Pastor Paula White King. This is the beginning, folks.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying that if you give her $1,000, she'll bless you and you'll have a personal angel. It's disgusting how they're dragging religion into the effery and foolishness. And for those who know me, you know what I think about Christianity and this, that. And I'm not impugning all ministers, for the record. I want to be clear.
Mm-hmm.
I've always maintained that I don't care what denomination you are. If it's truly making you a better person, I'm all for it. I am not a religious person anymore. I'm more spiritual because I've seen too much hypocrisy in organized religion. But, you know, faith is, you know, if I see your faith by your works, that's how I'm identifying you. So if you're a better husband because of it, a better wife, work or whatever, you get my pass. I would even date someone. I'm not going to church, but I'll help you on your shit so you can go. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you come back and we can talk about it, you know, and as long as you ain't taking money out of my house for it or whatever, I'm okay with that. But I just think it's disgusting, you know, what they're doing in the name of religion. And to your point, Brother Brenton, we always talk about this. Don't blame God for what these imperfect human beings are doing. And I got to give a special shout out for that wrinkled old fucker who's the Pope, who's sitting up calling himself infallible. You old lecherous son of a bitch. I'm talking about you too. I said it.
All right. We've talked about this plenty. So, Kenny, sister, y'all got something to add to this?
I just say that sometimes karma don't come back to you. Sometimes it affects somebody you love. Just think about the stuff that you do.
Yeah, I agree with Lady D. It could affect your generations. And my thing is, you know, come on, guys, don't fall for these religious tricks. It's just tricks, man. I mean, you know, if they're going to buy you some plots of land, why don't they find the poor and the homeless and buy them a house, put them in a house. If that's what you really want to do, because we can have heaven here. Why we keep trying to sell heaven up there and we can give people heaven here? I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Congratulations, DJ, for sure, man. And
I
sure hope he,
brother.
I sure hope he don't foreclose on you, but he won't if you keep paying your mortgage. So just
that's how you can keep him from
yes, sir.
foreclosing. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, keep paying your mortgage. So, all right. Well, y'all be. I guess I should do a social experiment and put at the bottom of our cash app. God said, "Give us some money."
Hey, might as well see what
happens. I have a lot of fear for the Lord. I'm not.
I know that's
that,
right.
Yeah. So again, I'm just saying, y'all okay. Anyway, Black Love series. Quickly, I say quickly. I'm gonna give a scenario. We hadn't done that in a while, and I want to talk about this moment because I feel like it's important, right? Yes, sir. It's a nice house too, man. I seen little Kobe walking around that thing, man. I need to come watch Super Bowl over there next year or something. Yeah.
Good kid.
Yes, man. Congratulations always. So here it is, y'all. I'm gonna give us a story, and I want to see what you all think about this. Y'all know I really enjoyed my psychology in school, and so I kept my notes. And so these things make me go and talk about these situations now because now we got a podcast. And so I just want to talk about these things that I used to talk about with people, and they used to get mad at me. So I know y'all not gonna get mad at me, but just know I ain't talking about nobody. And if y'all in this situation, that's why I stay out of folks' business. So yeah.
That's right.
We didn't miss the joke. We got it.
We got it.
We got it.
We
Oh man, is she in you, Devin? How much time you need for this one?
You got 3 minutes.
Okay, you got 3 minutes, bro. You're on the clock. So when I get through talking about this, you're done now. All right. So here it is. It's a scenario here. This young man and this young woman have been courting for at least a year and a half, and they got engaged. Okay, and they got engaged, but tragically, and they hadn't set no date for the wedding or nothing like that. They're just currently engaged. But tragically, the young man, something happened to him. I don't want to be specific because folks be like, "You talking about my business?" But he's now disabled. So he has a disability. He may have stroked out. Half of his body's not working well, so he has to walk on a cane. He used to be really healthy. She doesn't want to marry him anymore. Is that wrong?
I mean,
and let me keep going again because I just gotta keep it 100, right? He used to be healthy and good, and then got some good swag. But now when y'all start going out to eat, she gonna start looking at other dudes, ain't she? You know what I'm saying? They're not married, so there's no commitment. All right, sister, I'll let you go first.
Look at that.
I mean, look, like, okay, we ain't married yet, right?
That's right. That's right.
I ain't signed on the dotted line.
There's no vow. That's right.
And this ain't who I said I do to. I'm only obligated, in my opinion, after I do. And if one of my kids was engaged to somebody that was completely disabled, you taking on an extra burden in your new life of being like a spouse. And if you loved me, you'd understand that we got to be BFFs from here on out. And I'll be there for you. I come hang out with you and making some popcorn and stuff.
So would you then marry somebody else eventually?
Not right off. I wouldn't do him like that. I give it a minute. You know what I'm saying? You got to move. Wow. I ain't gonna put it in his face. I'll block him on social media and stuff so he won't know what I'm doing. But
you would quietly quit him. Okay, I got
respectful. I'm gonna respectfully move on.
Move on. Okay.
Kenny? I'm just being honest. If we ain't married yet.
That's it. Okay, Kenny, is she wrong? She said David said it earlier. Yes, sir.
I know that sounds harsh and it sounds cold,
but he think he gonna get the feeling better, man. I'm gonna get back.
I think you said he's disabled though, right?
I
permanently, correct?
That's what that means.
I know. I put myself in that position. If something happened like that, if I was with somebody and I became permanently disabled and we were engaged and she decided that she can't handle it, I'd rather her be honest with me and tell me that she can't and move on than to go through with it and then I lose that trust. Remember that trust we talked about earlier?
Exactly.
Then you out here getting your freak on and I'm thinking that you loyal and trustworthy to me. So no, I respect a woman that would say, nah, I can't do that. I can't handle that.
Lee Black, you my brother. I'm finna ask you a hard one.
Okay.
But she morally says, I'm gonna go ahead and try. You think he need to trust that? Like I'm gonna do it because you know what? That's not fair. I love you, and because there are people out there, man, that really have these thought processes and be like, no, man, I'm gonna stay. So she started. So again, is she lying to him?
That's for white people.
They don't do that either. They sit you in the corner and then go sleep.
It's funny, but I think there's some truth in what I'm trying to say here. That I've always felt that white people marry different than black people. I'm sorry if that's a stereotype, but I believe it with every fiber of my being. White people choose mates based on the future. We live in the moment. We marry for love, how we feel. White women and men, they marry smart. White men marry white women because this is going to help me, in terms of aesthetically present the image I'm looking for, and I have this quiet little white. And that's why historically they've snuck into the slave quarters because they really wanted black women, so to speak. White women, they catch these black athletes, they marry smartly. Black women, I think they're about love, how they feel. And so in this instance, the love would have to be so unique and so strong, DJ makes a good point. Now, as Lady D has said, I'm different. I don't have to have your arms and legs for you to kick it with me. So, if that hole still is clean and it works, I might still fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're bringing something else to the table. And because of technology and modern medicine, you know what I'm saying? My left side ain't working, but that stick still stand up. You still can get the benefits of that too. So, it depends on the circumstances.
And listen,
I'm sorry,
no,
DJ.
I know.
DJ threw me off with the wheelchair piece.
Yes, sir. Exactly. I mean,
you're right, Brittany. You're right. He might be my soulmate, but you ain't got to be with your soulmate either. After a few years of therapy, maybe we can talk about it. But
hold on.
And again, and listen, no shade to anybody that's in that type of situation, and I don't mean any harm by that. But I am also saying we got to have these real conversations, because I don't want someone to take these things, because again, you got to trust that that person going to spend. Again, y'all may be in y'all 20s or 30s. You know what I'm saying? And that's a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm just keeping it 100 when I say this, because I don't want. And again, you're doing yourself a disservice. Don't listen. It's gonna hurt whether you do it immediately or you wait 3 or 4 years later and do it. It's gonna hurt. So again, we just can't be that way. And again, there's somebody out there, and I'm gonna say this, and again, y'all just be careful. I've seen the TLC shows, so even the little people get people. So again, there's somebody for somebody.
Yeah, I'm gonna help set him up. I'll help him with his dating app, and find his facility for him and stuff. Take his mama some food and stuff.
If you got some money, I'll fuck with a midget.
My God. Oh, you can't say that.
No world.
This is a test. This is only.
You can't say that, bro.
Yeah, he don't care. He don't care, man. And I'm gonna give y'all a double dose of it because his segment up next, and y'all wait for this one. Yes, sir. Okay, well, in a nutshell, y'all, again, these are real life situations and these are real life decisions. And so we just gotta have these conversations because somebody gotta know how to articulate the truth. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you just don't know how. And again, it might be different if a woman is that way. I don't know, but that's a conversation for another day. So it is what it is, but that was story time, but we'll be back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, Lee Black is going to talk to you all about something behind the skirt. And I guess if we want to culminate DJ's wheelchair statement, I mean, with Lee in this skirt, y'all might figure out what's going on.
So I got to get my laugh out because this is a serious segment.
I'm sorry. Yes, sir. Okay.
No. The beginning of each episode of TFG Tonight, we start off with keeping up with politics, and then we launch into our first story tonight about Lutnick. And again, I don't look at the stories ahead of time, and the foolishness what he said. And so I wanted to honor, it's on March 24th. This is Black Women's History Month. And so I want to have my final story to honor Black women, because clearly from the first story with Lutnick, we got serious things happening, people, and we need serious people to solve them. As the line goes from one of my favorite movies, American President. We're dealing with the rollback of DEI. You touched on the story about Jackie Robinson, that happened. And what made me do this segment was ESPN sports analyst Mina Kimes. She got called out because she spoke up on the story about Jackie Robinson being erased, and then it was put back, this, that, and the other. But what struck me as so odd is that Robert Griffin III, former quarterback, he basically called for her job. He called her out, and he wanted, I see your facial expression. A Black man she was speaking up and talking about the importance of not erasing Jackie Robinson, and that even if you try to erase his military record, at the end of the day, what he truly stood for was the diversity that he brought to the pastime of baseball, and the importance. You can't erase that from history, and that a black man would come forward and basically tell her to shut up, that we don't want to hear anything. We don't want, from our sports people, we only want to hear sports. And we know famously, LeBron James was told, play basketball. We don't hear
shut
about
up and
sports.
dribble. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it got me to thinking about so much that's going on today and how we got ourselves in this situation today. And when I look at where we're at, and Brother Brenton, you talk about, especially to those voters who voted for Donald Trump, don't complain. Please. This is what you asked for. And this is real. And I've implored my own people to sit back and let these 100 days pass, because let's come out of this and we're going to be in that second America that I talk about. But then let's figure this shit out. But you know what's so odd about this is that when I look at all the stuff that's going on, and you mentioned how nobody said anything about Lutnick. Why is this making any more news? And then you look at some of the things that's happening. Why is it only women are the ones speaking up? Why is Mina Kimes saying, where's Stephen A. Smith? Where is some of these other pundits that they let this story just kind of fly by the way? Why is Congresswoman Crockett the only person that's daily speaking up and calling it for what it is? Because the Democrats are saying, let's sit on our hands and let them destroy themselves. Meanwhile, they're dismantling education. They've taken away women's rights. The abortions made it illegal. We could go on and on and on. And it got me to thinking that when you look back in our history, it's always been women, folks, in particular Black women, that have been at the forefront of any catalytic change that has happened. Martin Luther King may get the credit for the civil rights movement, but it was Black women who helped launch that. Why did it take, Rosa Parks, a lot of people don't know that she wasn't the first person to sit down, but she gets the image, but it was another one. Why didn't a man refuse to give up his seat? Why is it always a woman? We look at Michelle Obama, she's being crucified in the media because she took a stand that this person is so despicable that I don't even want to be around him. But the face of, putting on a good face is Obama, because, he's so affable. He wants to be liked. He wants to do the right thing. And for the record, I'm not saying none of this is wrong. So why isn't it that Kamala Harris didn't get elected? Because the thought of having a woman, and a Black woman at that, sit in that top seat was just too much to bear. And it happened to Hillary Clinton too. Even though anybody with common sense know that she was the brains behind the entire operation, when Clinton was a two-term president. I love me some Clinton. And he liked to get his dick sucked and do some other shit, but we know that Hillary Clinton was the real brain. And it's always been that way. And so in honor of Black Women's History Month, I want to give a shout out to women, because it's very sad that we have witnessed the emasculation of men. Truly. And even we have no Black leaders right now standing up. But I'm not going to put it all on Blacks. No men are standing up to Donald Trump. They're riding along as sycophants and afraid. And by the time they do come out of their caves, all of a sudden now they're going to want to beat their chest and say, what are we going to do? And if you look around, it is the women that's leading the charge on trying to hold this shit together. And I'm just saying this to men, not just Black men. We got to get our shit together. We got enough problems as it is, and we can't leave these women out here to be fighting this battle alone. They already carry enough. A show like this highlights the fact that we don't see eye to eye on the relationship stuff, but we got to get our shit together, get on the right page, because when we look up, and by the time our balls drop, men, Black, white, and everything in between, we're going to find ourselves in an America that we can't recover from, and then we're going to want to take it out on our women, and the shit just ain't right.
All right, sir. Now, I will say Al Green, he got kicked out of the speech, so he trying. He just old.
Yeah, but Jasmine Crockett is the only one.
Oh, no, for sure.
Calling these clowns out.
And watching that thing when he spoke up, what I was begging for the night he gave that speech. Why didn't the Democrats stand up in unison and says we agree and walk the fuck out? That would have made a bigger statement. Yeah. But they left him out there twisting in the wind.
Yep.
It's because they eat from the same table.
Yep. Absolutely. That too. That's true.
Okay. So, yep, they're not that stupid. They just want y'all to think they that dumb. But all right. Great show, man. Listen, I appreciate all the interaction today. We do a fantastic job of, like you said, man, trying to just take you guys away for an hour and a few minutes. But again, it's final thoughts time, and as a new tradition for 2025,
you already know.
Can't go last.
I'm running first leg on this relay. You already know.
So my brother, come on, man. Man. Take it away.
Well, come on. It's gonna be real quick, man. I got to give, pay homage to one of the greatest heavyweight boxers to ever do it. 2-time heavyweight champion George Foreman. Mm-hmm. We lost another legend on Friday night at the age of 76. We still don't know his cause of death, but we do know that I can speak to this, that those George Foreman grills,
yes, sir.
They were part of my singlehood. I made quite a few hamburgers on them George Foreman grills. And DJ says Rosa didn't have a Bible, so nobody
a
BBL, so nobody cared. Black life. Al Green and Jazz can't do right. Al, they sure can't do it alone. But salute to Jasmine Crockett. But I just want to say salute to George Foreman, wrestling power champ, born in a small town in East Texas, Marshall, Texas. Don't know where that's located. Yeah. That's about 45 minutes east of Tyler, about 45 minutes west of Shreveport. And he actually grew up in the 5th Ward in Houston, getting in trouble, and went to the Peace Corps and ended up being an Olympic champion in 1968, Mexico City Olympics, and fought in one of the greatest fights ever, the Rumble in the Jungle in 1974, with him and the greatest, in my mind, the greatest heavyweight of all time, Muhammad Ali. Those two would forge a relationship later on, and then George would become the oldest heavyweight champion to ever win it again in 1994 when he knocked out Michael Moore at the age of 45. 45, think about that. Boxing at 45 years old. So again, he leaves 11 children, 6 girls. He had 7. One of his daughters died, but he has 12 altogether. All his boys are named George. He had 5 sons, all named George. Wow. And he left a legacy. He left a legacy because he made a lot of money off of that George Foreman grill. Matter of fact, he sold it for about $140 million in 1999. So I just want to salute George, who had a big punch, a big personality, and one of the greatest boxers to ever walk the planet Earth. So rest in power, champ. That's my final thoughts.
Well, you are walking sports encyclopedia, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
Just know it all. All right, honey. Can we tell the people 1 or 2? Are we gonna be gone, or how we doing this?
I don't know. I'll know when I get there.
All right.
I'll be there Friday. But anyway,
okay.
Ladies, we got to do better with listening and being compassionate and being empathetic and allowing our men to be vulnerable. What I'm gonna ask you to do is go to Amazon Prime or Spotify and download some violin music and set a time on that ish. Depending on what the hell he got going on. Set it on 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, but ain't nobody got time for this shit. Like, we got stuff to do. I got clothes to wash. I got to do dishes. Like, depending on what you're going through, that's how long I'm going to set this timer for that ass. But you going to have to get through it, push through it. I'm going to buy you a blow-up doll or something to hug and kiss or something, because we ain't going to do that shit. But we got to listen more. We got to allow him to speak his mind and be his peace for 30 minutes.
See, I knew from the jump you wasn't finna do right. I knew it. I said, I don't trust that. I trust them white folks giving y'all Social Security next month. Well, I trust that.
Well, I'll be damn. I thought we had made headway.
No, sir.
I love her. And I love her brutal
you can't
honesty.
Trust a big butt in the smile like BB.
BBD.
And because she's so real, I love her honesty and transparency. Yeah. But one good turn deserves another. So this is for the men out there. Thank God not all of them think like she do. And we realized that the trust is never going to come. And so, it birthed people like me. So for my brothers out there, Brother Brenton said that, trust is a big thing. And it's like having a brand new Mercedes, with, used tires and ain't going nowhere. But thank God a lot of you bitches don't want nothing but to be able to just sit in a Mercedes because, you starstruck by the brand. I drive a Nissan Altima and it ain't even on no new tires. So for you brothers out there who got the classic, cars or whatever, it ain't got to go nowhere. Drag them no good bitches in there, turn the music on, beat the living brakes off them hoes, forget about trusting them, and put their monkey ass out. Shout out to them fellas.
Oh, my goodness. We'll be back.
This is a test. This is only a test.
That's why Kenny don't want to go last, y'all.
That's why y'all see. Viewers, why I got to go first. I can't follow.
Oh my goodness. Great show. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. And our comic relief DJ, appreciate you. Again, I'll vote for Trump before I show a woman my most. Yeah, well, all right.
Okay.
You gotta be vulnerable.
Okay. I don't know where this is going, so we just
keep it to yourself, brother. Bo Jack.
All right, I have a quick question. Kenny got to get out of here. So, what is your favorite instrument? Whether you play it or you hear it, what's your favorite instrument?
Oh, that's easy for me. Guitar.
A guitar.
I learned how to play the guitar at age 9.
The lead or the bass?
The lead.
Okay, There you go. Black, you did the
drums.
The drums. Okay.
Same drums.
Y'all, you play?
I did.
Did you?
The drums.
In band, or you play like you had a whole set?
I got them from I don't know where they came from.
Okay.
I was playing them.
She stole them.
All right.
She let it.
All right.
She stole them.
Craig said, I like the violin. It's for my.
Yeah, I hear you, Craig.
Good shot, Craig. Nobody gets to interrupt my father thought. Now cut that out. All right. Well, listen, I have a new take on my favorite instrument because there's something. Thank you, DJ. I appreciate that, man. But y'all take a look at this, and then I'll have something to say after this. How about that? Yeah.
What the hell was that? What? Okay. That's
okay. All right. Just again, there's a lot of instruments being played, but again, I just want y'all to pay attention to the one that's being played the loudest, and then because again, I know I'll be shocking y'all. All right, one more time, pay attention to the right one.
In the words of Denzel Washington, my man.
Listen, I'll just be honest with y'all. I like a lot of instruments. I even like Prince because he can play them all. But my goodness, that old man, he has made me dislike the drums now because I don't know what if he's hitting something behind that gong or not. Brittany said that's talent, honey. I don't know. Listen, I don't know if y'all want to find out what's behind that bong, but y'all be careful out there. So
hey, that's the remix to the Nutcracker.
Yeah. Well, again, y'all, listen, a great show today. I appreciate y'all. Devin will let us know when we're gonna be. We won't be here next week, but we may be here the week after next. But y'all don't know if y'all see us for sure. But nevertheless, that's Devin, that's Lee, and that's Kenny. And we'll see y'all when we see y'all. We out. Peace.